earlier than expected. 8 minutes earlier. The police are here now, the Guardia Civil are here now at my camp, and they are removing my possessions.
They are removing all the things outside, okay?
It's not okay, no. Why is that okay? What makes you think that's okay?
We said that you can have the things that you need inside, but not outside, okay? So
You don't get to decide that.
I decide.
My lawyer will be on to you tomorrow. We will be chasing this. Document everything that you find. And I can hear you're not handling my goods well. You are mistreating my belongings.
No, your belongings outside.
You are live on YouTube now, and I can hear my things being thrown. I can hear my things literally being thrown into... I can hear things literally being thrown into the van. You are not looking after my possessions.
Sorry, man.
Not sorry.
I advise you, okay?
No,
You
not okay.
a lot of times.
No, not a lot of times. I am allowed to have my things outside my home.
Okay?
No,
So,
no, not forbidden. We'll have a judge decide tomorrow, shall we? We'll have the judge decide. My lawyer will be on to the judge tomorrow. Please document everything you lift. Document everything you take and treat it well, or else. Document it, list it, or else.
coge la placa. Take the thing that you need.
I need everything here. I need everything here. It's all vital to my survival. I am not camping. I am not camping. This is survival. Water, food, possessions.
Food? Where is the food?
Sorry?
Food?
That box has food.
This is food?
It did have.
Take this and
Water, agua.
take it.
I will take.
This one, man. Take
But
it.
it's all mine.
I don't.
You don't need to take anything. I'm
I said
inside.
you can
I am inside my
Take
home.
the thing and inside.
Tina, inside.
It's okay.
It's all mine.
It's not true.
It's all mine.
No.
You are not looking after my things. I heard how you threw the barbecue. I heard the barbecue being thrown on the van.
See,
I heard
this no, nothing.
it was bad.
This no.
You threw the barbecue on the van.
I said 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
I don't care what you said. You have to look after my things.
not true.
You have to behave
All
with
the
them.
things that you are here.
They have to be returned to
Remove.
after the judge.
Sorry.
After I speak to the judge tomorrow, my things will be
Come
returned.
with us to the judge. Come on. Come on.
Get fucked.
Come with me.
No. Why the fuck would I do that? I'm in my home.
Yes.
Why would I step
And you can
outside
freely
to
come
you?
With me. Freely
No.
Come with me to the car.
And leave again in an hour? Or stay overnight in the cells?
I don't know.
Get fucked. Because you don't know. You do know.
Maybe.
You know
Maybe.
there is no court until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
It's true.
There is no judge.
It's true.
So you know.
It's true. Don't
She admits.
don't
She
repeat my
admits.
case.
She
Again.
admits that she knows. I'm inside my home.
Don't.
I am inside. You see the line here?
And the thing
I'm
that
inside
you have
my home.
Inside are going
I
to
am
be removed.
inside my
You
home.
don't listen.
I don't need to
You are
listen.
going to lose
Inside.
everything. You are going to lose everything, man. Take the thing that you need inside.
I'm going to get them all back tomorrow.
Bueno. If you are going to...
You are breaking the law. You're on private land.
Breaking
You are on private land.
No,
Tierra privada.
It's public.
Tierra privada. The people here tried to move me a year ago and failed because the land is private and the owner never complained.
This.
The
is your
owner.
house, not this one.
The
to
entire
understand.
field is private. The entire field is
See the
private.
thing? You see the thing? Take
What?
the thing that you need, man. I'm not going to say any...
I step out here, you're going to arrest me.
You think so?
Yeah, and then shoot my dog because you already
don't
said
shoot
so. You
anyone.
already, it was the first thing you said to me.
I don't
It
say
was the first thing you were live on YouTube.
I'm live.
It was the first thing you said to me. I will shoot your dog.
I don't say
You were here. You were her partner. You were the first one here. You were here.
Te do.
Oh, you're scared of it?
No,
Go on,
I'm
look.
scared.
Look at her hand. Look at her hand. Where's her hand? Reach for the gun.
And what?
Tina, inside.
Inside.
Dentro.
Inside.
Dentro. You are live on YouTube right now. Guardia sizzle. Bunch of fucking pigs. Sizzle, sizzle in the fucking frying pan. Sizzle, sizzle. Sorry, folks. Not the live stream I intended for today. They arrived. I've got recordings. They arrived, did their usual, but this time threatened to shoot my dog. Took a couple of hours and now they're throwing all my possessions into a van and they're not being careful about it. They're claiming that everything inside my tent is my home, but everything in the curtilage, everything in the surrounding area is not mine, and they're just taking it. This is after they tried shaking the tent earlier. Well, you'll see that when I publish those videos. Those weren't live, those are recorded. But here we go. I'm going to be challenging this, obviously. I've been here 18 months. 18 months. But when they threw the barbecue on the van, they were not careful. They threw it, literally. Gas bottle and a gas barbecue, they threw it. And the things that went with it. I don't know what you can hear now. But the little madam invited me to go to see a judge now. Telling me that I'm perfectly free to just accompany her to see a judge. Perfectly free to accompany her. But of course, we all know that I would have just been arrested if I stepped outside. I know that we were recording me, not her. See what we can record of them. They claimed that plastic bottles were a fire risk, fire hazard. And so was a gas bottle. When a gas bottle needs to reach 450 degrees Celsius to be a fire risk. So here they are. Here's the Guardia sizzle. Taking away my water bottles that I need for survival. Earlier they were asking me about another tent, but I know nothing. They claimed it was my tent. Are we listening to the conversation, folks?
No sé si es que esto lo lleváis vosotros como,
Sí, esto sí.
como algo del Ayuntamiento de Torrevieja que
Sí,
están
sí.
ocupando un sitio público, entonces meterle mano por aquí, yo
Sí,
o
pero
vamos a
vamos,
poner
pero
el
el tema es que haya constituido aquí para... Ya ha constituido. Habrá que hablarlo con su...
Can you hear the things being thrown on the van? Can you hear that? They're not being put on carefully, are they? I guess tomorrow we'll see how we go. Is there any chat? I haven't seen any chat so far. No chat. Sorry folks, I'm in silhouette, I know. Normally I would face this way ready to do tramp cat, which would start about now. I kind of want to record them.
Agua tiene ahí un montón de agua. Eso es que no sé qué es.
Aquí hay huevos, pero tienen que estar jugados.
Cocido, ¿no? Y eso no sé lo que es. Sí. Creo que
Now they go quiet.
hojas de col. Alimentos de Rumanía.
They're discussing whether they can remove the box of my food, even though it's an empty box of food.
¿Qué dices?
Un bote de zumo.
Una sopa de harina o harina.
Tyrants. A fucking lot of you. Tyrants. I hope your wives and family are proud of you. When you go home tonight and your wife asks, was it a good day? Tell them how proud you are of what you did here today.
It was to be better politically with you.
Tell your family how proud you are of your work.
Talking, we can understand each other, but your attitude is not okay.
You threatened to shoot my dog
I
within
don't say that.
seconds of arriving.
No,
Talk about bad attitude, bitch.
another disrespect.
Yes, a
Okay.
disrespect.
Okay.
You threatened to shoot my fucking dog.
No, I said that your dog inside because they were barking me. And maybe
Barking.
beating me. I don't
Barking. You're frightened of barking.
know. No, I am afraid because
You
your
are
dog can
frightened
be
of barking, so you threatened to shoot a poor animal. Within 10 seconds of making contact with me, you threatened to shoot my dog.
Así que está en el campo, sí.
Tyranny actual. Document what you take away because I want it all bringing back. Document what you take because it has to be brought back. It's my stuff, my belongings. It will be brought back. You are breaking the law right now. You're on private land, taking my belongings from the curtilage of my home, my residencia habitual. My belongings. Document what you've taken because it has to be brought back tomorrow. I'm a little bit hot, folks, and my phone is red hot. It packed in a little while ago saying it was too hot. I'm calm, Karen, I'm calm-ish. They threatened to shoot Tina as soon as they arrived. When there was only two of them, Tina barked and the lady cop said, I'm going to shoot her. Didn't have the camera on at that point, unfortunately. But I've got enough. I've got the sound of them throwing my belongings into the van. Not putting them in, throwing them in. If they could be arresting me, they'd have come inside by now and arrested me. They haven't done that. Oh, something taut. Well, this is a different tramcast, folks, isn't it? This is a very different tramcast. I apologise for the portrait view. YouTube's default. I just pressed buttons to go live because of what's happening. Right now, folks, I have about 12 Guardia Civil and related officers emptying my belongings from the surrounding land, carrying anything away they can. Food, a box that had food in, water. They took my barbecue away and my gas bottle because they said it was a fire risk earlier. Earlier they shook the tent and tried to, I don't know, frighten me or the dog. Maybe they tried to frighten the dog so they could shoot the dog, as the lady had threatened already. This is all before they know whether the land is private or public. They told me the other Sunday they couldn't find this out. They couldn't find out. So we got the recording going, folks. Just listen in. Spanish speakers will be able to fill me in after. We'll get a translation. Una traduzione. Are we still here, folks? It's going off around me, but not here. I told them, residencia habitual, it's my home. But she said, here's my home, but there isn't. And she ordered in some backup team and they're clearing the area. Taking my belongings from around. She invited me to go outside the tent to get other belongings. How do you think that would have ended? She invited me to come and speak with the judge. Voluntarily, she said. And I asked, would I be able to just walk home tonight? No. And there's no judge until tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It was a ploy. She lied to get me to leave the tent. I got somebody texting me and I can't answer because it would end the live stream. Yes, the police are here. The Guardia Civil have been here for a couple of hours arguing and shouting the odds and threatening me and threatening to shoot the dog was the first thing they did. They deny it now, both of them. Everything's okay. I'm okay, Tina's okay. My device is overheating. I could lose the connection any minute because the phone is hot. But there's between 6 and 10 Guardia Civil or related here, clearing the grounds and threatening me and I'll post the videos later, if I can, if I'm in a position to. You know how it goes, folks. I'm sitting tight, I'm the king of my castle, I'm inside my home. That's what I've told them. I don't think they're going to try and come inside. They're probably going to wait outside and try and snag me when I come out. We'll record them, just give us a minute. Vamos a, yeah, fuck off. Go away. Vamos a. I think they're going, folks. But they've emptied the outside of the camp. Everything I had outside. Sunbeds, bottles of water, empty bottles that were waiting for water. They took my bottles away because they said they were a fire risk. Plastic bottles empty, waiting to be filled up today or tomorrow. Those were a fire risk. A barbecue and a gas bottle they said was a fire risk because a gas bottle could explode, was what she was intimating. I explained that not unless it gets to 450 degrees first it can't. You can leave a gas bottle in the sun. A full gas bottle can get to 450 degrees before it'll explode. One that's half full needs to get even higher because the pressure is just not there. Science, folks. It's literally 450 degrees. If the sun ever hits 450 degrees Celsius, we have bigger problems than gas bottles exploding. But they called them in. They've cleared away most of my belongings from outside. Tomorrow we'll start the process to see if I can get them back. They sound like they've gone, but it's probably a trap. I was recording them through the wall there a minute ago, and one of them said "Vamos a," which is basically "we go" or "let's go." But just because they say "let's go," give me a second. I poke my head. Oh, I'm going to poke my head up here. See whether. No, they're still here. Over there, look. A bunch of them. I would like one or two of you to contact your local police force and make a complaint. That might be nice if someone complains about the misuse of taxpayer money. Oh, Tina's knocked a few things over. Luckily, folks, I've got water inside the tent. A little bit. 8-litre bottle. And an extra one over there. Maybe 12 litres of water. Enough for a day or two. Till I can go to the shop and replace. And then we'll start the process of rebuilding, I guess. New barbecue, new gas bottle. Maybe try and recover the ones that they've taken. It's not the Trampcast you tuned in for, is it, folks? And it's not the one I spent all morning writing the notes for. They literally stood there and said that, well, this is my home, outside isn't, and they've taken things from literally outside the door. I had to pull my solar panels in, I like fish them in before she took them away. But she was inviting me to step outside, and I had no confidence that had I done so, I would not have been arrested and taken away. So I turned down her kind offer and stood firmly in the doorway. I thought I was recording her, but I think the camera was looking at me. Meh! I'm new at this YouTuberiness. They haven't gone yet, they're still up on the road here, I can hear them. They're playing funny buggers. Taking my things. My table, my chairs, my barbecue, my gas bottle, my toolbox that was full of wood and charcoal, which I haven't used in ages because wood and charcoal, you know, that would be dangerous in a drought. So that hasn't been used in forever. My bottles of water. I had 10 or 12 bottles of water here that were waiting to be filled. They've taken them away saying that they were a fire risk. The food box that Andy dropped off a few weeks ago, it's empty now, but it was outside still with water bottles inside, kind of to keep cool. I think they've probably taken that. I haven't looked, but they've probably taken that. I couldn't, in all honesty, I would have had to step outside to grab it. The solar panels I could drag towards the door and just lift in, stand and hold my ground. If I'd stepped outside, the madam was going to arrest me. She said, "Come with me now, we'll speak to the judge. Come voluntarily, speak to the judge." And I asked, "Yeah, do I voluntarily get to walk away afterwards?" "Oh, well, there's no judge until tomorrow, 10 o'clock. That wasn't an offer. That wasn't a legitimate offer to come and speak to a judge. That was a lie to get me to give myself up to their custody. I asked them to document everything that they took so that, you know, I can check whether it's all returned carefully and properly. I don't think they documented it. They certainly weren't careful putting it in the van. It was literally getting thrown. You should have heard the barbecue go in. I don't know, guys. I stood and argued for a couple of hours about whether it was private land or public. Held my own. I still don't think they know. She told me to show documentation. I said no. You show me documentation that it's not. I don't prove my innocence. What the fuck? At one point, I asked, is this a democracy? I don't know whether I was live or not at the time. This might have been a recording. I said, are we living in a democracy or not? She said no, and he said something like too much democracy. Can you believe that? From serving police officers. Too much democracy. No, it's not a democracy. They kept asking for my ID, and I told them to check with their colleagues that were here 3 weeks ago who got my ID. I gave them my name. I didn't show documents, but I gave my name. This time I just said, no, check with your colleagues. I've already done this, I'm not playing. And that's when I stepped back inside the tent and sat in the chair, and I'm not going to say I laughed at them, but I said, it's my residence, it's my home. My residencia habitual, my habitual residence. She started telling me how I couldn't record. And I said, I can record inside my own home. You can't record my face. Then don't put your face inside my home or anywhere near my home. If I can see it from inside my home, I'm going to record it. I'll admit to that. If that's a crime, come and get me. And I told her that. If you're convinced I've done a crime, there's the door, come on in. It's not enough, is it? You need a warrant. They're still outside. Some over there, some over there. They're gradually doing the walk of shame. They think that they've won by taking some of my possessions. She's over there, over there. Nobody's here. Nobody's out here where they all were before. I got to do something though, guys. I'm roasting in here now. I'm red hot. I don't know if you can see how hot I am. If I get the clock with the thermometer out. It's currently saying 28 degrees, but that was on the floor in a bag. Let's put that there. See how quickly that rises, if it rises. I think we're going to be about 35 degrees in here. I'm sweating like a who knows what. Tina's not comfortable. Tina's not happy. But in terms of survival, everything we need is inside the tent. Things outside were nice to haves. A table, a chairs, sugar and coffee. I actually have a backup here. I have sugar and coffee in here. I've got water in here. The dogs got water. The dog food's in here. They've taken sun loungers, blankets, anything they considered untidy. Sun lounger and the mattresses that go on it. Table and chairs, 4 or 5 chairs. A barbecue and a gas bottle. 12 empty 8-litre water bottles. I don't know whether they've taken the other sunbed from further up. Probably. And 8 or 7 tiles, plastic, like jigsaw floor tiles, fit together in a nursery, you know, padded floor kind of things. Other stuff. I bet you anything you like, the stuff that I told them was for the bin and they was waiting to go to the bin. I bet they've left that. How selective are they with what they take and what they don't? How do they decide that, do you think? I'm going to look in a minute or 3. Coming up on 30 minutes, folks. I'm sorry about this. This is not the show we were going to do. Coincidentally, it's the most I've ever had watching at one time. And that's without me putting any kind of description or whatever on the video. I literally just pushed to go live. It was kind of an emergency. I can hear a voice outside still, the woman. Yeah. I think they're saying goodbye to each other. 3 or 4 of them. Car doors. Listen, if you speak Spanish, let me know. Adios! Adios! I'd just like to say goodbye. Oh, car doors. Is it a ploy or is it for real? Engine. Shall we? Or do you think they're waiting outside to grab me? There we go. Adios! Adios! Shall we say goodbye to this one as well? Oh, that's a citizen. Record them. That's a citizen. What's this? There we go. Adios! I'll probably just put a target on my back. Do you know what, guys? Sometimes you just have to be a dick. Sometimes you just have to be a dick. Why have I locked that back up? Let's get some ventilation going in here. Wait. A little bit of ventilation. Now when they go home to their husbands and wives tonight, what story do they tell? How they conquered the big bad tramp. How they stole possessions from a tramp. Do they tell what heroes they were in the battle of Cala de la Torre? Is that the story they tell? How they won the battle of Cala de la Torre. Let me show you my can I get the brightness? Well, that is full brightness. Okay guys, missing. I had water and a bottle of a box of food. Over here there was a sunbed with some boxes for storage on top. Oh, they've taken the rubbish away. That was that pile, but not the plastic bottles. They've left actual rubbish, but stuff that I said was for the bin they've taken. But they have taken a sunbed, a clothes area. Clothes area! They're taking a clothes area. Table and 5 chairs. Barbecue and 2 gas bottles. And accoutrements, the things that go with the barbecue. They've taken. Have they taken my shit rag as well? Oh no, they decided to leave that. Don't use toilet paper, folks. I wipe my ass with a wet rag that gets washed each time. Ah! Okay. They left some nastiness behind that the dog's trying to get to. Ah! Tina. Always rely on my Tina to do the wrong thing. Let's go back inside, talk to the peoples. but with a bit of ventilation, folks. Come on. Oh, guys, what do you do? Hey, some days. The day starts well. I had good solar going on, and I'll give you a sneak peek. As this is not the proper Trampcast, we're probably going to do that tomorrow. Now, I would imagine. But have a look at this. I've hinted. There's the EcoFlow on the floor for handling the solar. At the minute, I'm on 2 small solar panels from Mark and Jeff. Thank you, Mark and Jeff. But we're about to outgrow those. And I got a cooler box delivered this week. Haven't had enough power yet to use it properly in anger. I thought today we might get there, but other developments, folks, other developments. And no, I kept my solar panels, Jasper. I had to reel them in. They were outside in the sun. I had to pull them to the door and then lift them in. And the woman then told me to come outside and get anything else that I needed. But it was quite apparent that one step outside and she would have arrested me. I don't know whether the Spanish have the term curtilage or whether it's a concept in law. In most countries, and so I assume Spain, because they're supposed to be a civilized country, it's not just the walls of your house that are your kingdom. There's like a skirt around, a curtain, a curtilage is the word. You know, an area, 3 meters, 5 meters, 10 meters, whatever it might be around your home. Some ill-defined concept of immediately around your home. I don't know whether Spain still has the same term. If it does, they're going to be in fucking trouble tomorrow, aren't they? They're going to be in trouble when I get to a judge if they have the concept of curtilage, an area surrounding your home. If they were right that I was on public land, they would have arrested me. They would have come in. They would have been okay to come inside. They didn't, but they stole everything from immediately around, like immediately, like outside the door, like within 1 meter of the door, they took things. Within 4 meters of that, well, within 3 meters of that end of the tent, they took things. The barbecue is only really 2 or 3 meters outside of that end of the tent. I've got on video where one of the policemen shakes the tent to try and cause annoyance, anger, fear. Don't know. Maybe he wanted me to go outside and punch him. I offered. I challenged him to a boxing match. A fair, proper Marquis of Queensberry, not a fist fight in the street, a sporting contest. I offered him. I used to box a little bit, guys. But I am a fat old man. And I mean old, look. I offered him a fight. Proper, real, legitimate, sporting contest. Not violence in the street. He chickened out. People of Torrevieja, that's your Guardia sizzle. That's your fat piggies. Chickened out of a proper offer of a sporting contest. What did you get for your money today, people of Torrevieja? What did you get for your money? 2 or 3 hours with, at its peak, probably 10 officers here, maybe more, to take away a barbecue and to take away my belongings. A barbecue, plastic garden furniture, and 2 sun loungers, all of which were collected from bins. All of which are trash, literally. That's what you got for your money today. I told them at the start they would be driving away without me. At the end, I watched them drive away without me, and I waved at them because I'm nice like that. It's going on YouTube, even though they say it's not allowed. We'll do that and then fight that argument separately. I don't know, folks. Questions? There must be some. I'm not feeling great, if truth be told. They did not steal my solar panels. It was the Guardia initially, the Policia Local came along after, and then whatever that backup team is that just, the heavy lifting guys that, is it called like the DVR? No, it's initials. They're like the backup squad that do the lifting when stuff needs just carrying away, or if it has to go fisticuffs. I don't believe that they should have been on this land. I told them that from the start multiple times on camera. I don't know, folks. I suspect they'll be back. This is a respite. They're giving me a breather. They want me to go for a walk or something, and then they come back while I'm not here. Is that? Oh, you're looking at me. I'm just checking. Oh. There's Tina, that's what you really came for. Star of the show. Here we stand, folks. Here I stand, undefeated. I'm still here. They have temporarily stolen my belongings. Emphasis on temporarily. Tomorrow we initiate proceedings. Possibly. We at least seek advice. Like I said, everything that was here was from bins. They've taken nothing really. No value. They've cleared some rubbish for me, in some ways. I had some things that were accruing and I was keeping on an off chance. Well, now I start again, don't I? Start from scratch. Collect only what I need. I don't know. I'm sorry for the landscape, for the portrait view, folks. I don't do portrait, but it is currently, what's it called? I want to say Google, but that's not right, is it? What's the video platform called that I'm using? I can't think for the life of me. Mine's gone. But it is their default option at the minute. The guy in the next field, I think he's okay. I think he's been left alone. They did ask me about a blue tent at one point. Whether it was anything to do with me. But I just said no, nothing to do with me. That's possible, Jasper. Possible that they're worried I might deter holidaymakers. Except, I was here last year. Why now? It's always my question. It's always my question to them. After 18 months, why now? Why did they not know about their colleagues coming around 3 weeks ago? Left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. But as I say, folks, here I stand, undefeated. Minor setback, losing a few possessions. Empty food box, plastic box. Sorry, Andy. Some water bottles. Interesting what they take and what they leave. These ones with water in they've left. That one's empty they've left. Other empty bottles here, there was 10, 12, 15 maybe here. They've taken. They said they were a fire risk. Can you believe that? 8-litre water bottles that are empty, and they said those are a fire risk. maybe on the planet fucking Venus, where temperatures are 500 degrees C. Planet Earth, not so fucking much. Maybe if they're made of glass, but they're not. They were plastic. The things they've taken and the things they've left. Why have they left these bricks? Those bricks there. Why have they left those things on the floor over there? Why have they left my arse rag over there? What about that plastic bag and cup? Oh, look at this. Look at this. I said, look at this. I said that the bugger had been playing with the tent. Look, they've unhooked this one. They've they've pulled the tent peg out, clean out of the ground. I said, look, every tent, look at this. Every wire back here, all of them. Look at this. Look at this. Not one or two's come undone. Look, tent peg, tent peg, tent peg, tent peg. Look, how do you justify that? That's my home. Guardia Civil, you're a bunch of bastards. You broke the law today. And I'm going to show the people of Torrevieja what your Guardia Sizzle, piggy piggy, oink oink, are like. This goes on YouTube and is going to be mirrored onto Rumble and any other platforms. If you know how to download a YouTube video, I invite you to download this as soon as I'm finished. It'll go private, I'll make it public, and then I want you to copy it and post it online elsewhere. This needs to be put out there, backed up so that they can't just take it down from me. The officer in question, the female, is going to claim, she's going to claim privacy and shit. Public official in the service, in the course of her duties, abusing her powers. And look at what her colleagues did. He shook the tent. He undid this clasp from the pole. He undid this and pulled the tent peg out. He undid this. He undid this. He undid that. Look at the tent pegs just lying on the ground. They didn't come up by fucking accident. This line was to these. Bastards, playing silly buggers with your money. People of Torrevieja, get a fucking grip of your Guardia Civil. Get a control of them. They work for you. I hold you responsible for their behaviour. This week, we're going to go to court. We're going to challenge what just happened here. I'm going to get my stuff back. Maybe. We're going to try. We're going to see. Okay, folks. I need to get off. I need to download this. And then I need to distribute it around a few places in case. From Tina. And from me, Delta Mike. Out. Awkward moment.